Orange or not, and welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania. If you are new here, I'm alive. I lived through childbirth. I took a very long maternity leave. I know this. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm kind of just dipping my toes back into it, and I've really missed you guys. So we are just gonna do a get ready with me, very casual. Some new products, some old products, some dusty, crusty products. Not crusty, that sounds gross, but not new. But yeah, we will talk about all that. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Right, just making sure everything works, because, oh wow. All right, so we're gonna play with some new, a few new products, and mostly just kind of chill and catch up, because obviously it's been quite a while. So I will kind of get into that. But yeah, we'll just get started, because why not? I'm gonna start with the Emerisi palette. I did get some Lisa Eldridge products. I also have some Merit Beauty here. We will talk. They were really nice, and they were like, hey, can we send you products to try? And not a lot of brands do that, especially because I haven't been on the internet in obviously forever. But I really liked Merit's Beauty lip oils. That definitely like was what drew me into them. And that's one thing where like lip products I have stayed consistent with and using out of everything else, because it's easy. So, and lip oils especially, like, that's where I live now, you know, bare minimum. It's just, it is what it is. So I will talk to you about products. There's a few that I really love and a few not so much. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna start with the Emerisi palette. I just need a nice neutral because I want to use this Lisa Eldridge like glitter eyeshadow product. So, and I have not used this in a while. I almost went to my go-to, which is always gonna be the Artist Couture one, but I was like, you know, let's just start with something we know. So, also, I have no brushes. You can obviously tell it's been a while because this room has turned into like baby storage place. So hold on. Okay, we're back, we're good. Let's get started. So I'm gonna dip into probably OG and New Yorker. I'm assuming, you know, I might as well tell you what I'm doing here. I have not bought a single palette since she's been born. I did buy like the one shade, but like very single eyeshadows, but like nothing. I have not bought any palettes. So please let me know what I am missing. Like, what has been your favorite new release this year? Like, tell me everything, because like I said, it's not like, you know, I never want to be one of those like people that are like, I had a baby, so I don't have time for makeup. It's not about not having time. It's the time I get, like, I'm not thinking about makeup. I'm like, oh my god, I just want to like shower, and you know, like, I mean, it's like I prioritize like, or watch a show. So I'm never gonna be like, I don't have time. It's just more so, you know. And I got my eyelashes. I've been consistent with those, like getting those done, so it makes me feel a little bit better every day. So that kind of like makes it so I don't really care to like play with a eyeshadow very much. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I have been okay. Everything has been fine. Let me zoom you guys in here a little bit more. Yeah. So the lashes help, but man, they never fall off evenly. It's like one eye always falls off faster than the other eye. I'm just not taking great care of myself, you know? Like I had, if anyone does like the Billy razor subscription thing, you know, like just razors for shaving, I really want LASIK, mostly for my armpits. But anyways, I like canceled my subscription. They're like, is there anything we did wrong? Like, what can we help you? And I'm like, you don't shave my legs often enough for this. Like, that's all. I've built up a storage, and it's embarrassing. And I told my husband, I'm like, I used to love to go to the gym, and I felt attractive. Like, I was like, I can lift heavy. This is who I am. And my cute little gym outfits. And now I'm like, I'm a stuffed sausage. I feel like a troll. And like my boob was leaking today, and I was just like, this is life now. It's fine. It's not gonna be forever. But also, yeah. But I do understand, like, I don't know. I think I just felt like when I came back to YouTube, I wanted to be excited about it. And for a while there, I was just like, I don't feel like myself. I don't have the, like, I really didn't have the time, like trying to get her into a schedule and do all that stuff. And then also being nervous about like, what do I talk about? Do I talk about having a baby and, you know, how that new life adjustment is? Because I also know that, like, you know, I have friends that like don't have kids and aren't interested in them. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm so tired of this person because like now all they talk about is that, you know? And I don't want to be that person. So, but it's also hard because I spend every day with her, you know? I'm going to dip into this deeper shade, 1988. I might blend this out with a lighter one. We'll see. But, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. It's just trying to get into a routine and starting to feel somewhat normal or somewhat like myself type thing. So I'm still getting there. I'm still just getting there is essentially what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and also not knowing what I want to do with this channel. Like, I'm like, I love makeup, but like I said, I don't think I'll go back into the deep end of like buying new releases all the time. Like, I am just not, like, financially, I work part-time, things have changed, and I'm like, I can't spend that much on makeup, and I have so much makeup that I'm like I haven't used this in 8 months. I'm gonna say it. I use expired makeup all the time, okay? Like, it's been fine. It's the least of my worries right now. So, yeah, but then at the same time, I'm like, I also don't want to, like, you know, I'm like, you're just gonna have to deal with me maybe going back into dealing with, you know, maybe, I'm very into baby clothes right now. Super into pajamas and bamboo and that whole thing. My gosh, I thought I was never gonna be this person. Like, remember when I was like, I hope it's not a girl. And then now I'm like, what would I do if it wasn't a girl? They're so much fun to dress up, you know? That's where I'm at. I'm a whole new person where I'm just like, oh, that's a cute bow. Make it bigger. Where I was always like, she's gonna be tough. She's gonna play sports. She's still gonna do all those things. But I am surprised that, like, I'm very much like, but this is so cute though. Like, I need that. This is Angelica from Lisa Eldridge. For a while there, for some reason, I was very obsessed with Lisa Eldridge's brand. Like, I was like, sophisticated makeup, yeah. And then certain products I love, and then certain products I'm like, why am I spending so much money on this? I don't know. Like, I like them, but I wouldn't, like, the fact that it's more so that I can't return it, you know? Not return, that sounds bad, but like, exchange it for shades I need, that type of thing. Like, it's very like, I buy this, I got it, you know? And that's a little hard when you're just looking at the internet. I like going into stores and swatching. I'm trying to get her into that. Zoe and I have gone a few times, and she not that interested unless she can hold something, and obviously she can't. So that's how that's going. But this is very, very pretty. I do like these a lot. They're super lightweight. I always go a little bit above my lid since, well, age has caught up, okay? My eyelids are hooded now, and I've noticed a lot of aging issues lately. At the same time, my hair has grown and my acne has gotten so much better. I went on birth control, like actual pills, and I know, like, for a while there, does anyone feel like the internet goes in like wave? Like, all of a sudden, everything is bad. Everything related to birth control is bad. And then, you know, they'll like start a new topic. I don't know, like Fritos are bad. Something like that. And everyone just like jumps on it. And I'm like, I missed birth control so much. Like, my face is so much clearer than it was when I had the implant in. Like, I was just like, yes, I really want this. Like, and it's worked. I know my face are a little bit red right now, but that's because I was sitting outside, and I live in Arizona, and it's 111 out. So, yeah. But acne-wise, I've really missed it. I cannot wait to be done breastfeeding and get back on my retinol. That will be great. But there's a little face update for you. Let's go into the Merit Beauty. So, this is the shade Khaki. This is their Perfecting Complexion Stick. what is frustrating is there's not a lot in stock right now with Merit Beauty, and I wish there was, but there's not. And like I said, I got to try out a few products. The lip oils are hands down my favorite. When they said, like, do you want to try out, like, 3 products? I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to be very honest. Guys, remember, I don't really get paid for YouTube at all. I maybe make $50 every 4 months, okay? Just being real. So, yeah. This is the complexion stick. The problem is, it's supposed to be like an all-in-one, so you don't have to do a lot, which sounded amazing to me. The shade I got is khaki. I wanted a shade up, but it wasn't in stock, and I was like, okay, like, for the most part every day, I do a very sheer, like, layer. So it's not like I do a lot anyway, and the color actually works for me more than I thought. So it's still, like, I would have gotten a shade up, but it's summer, so it's fine. My thing is I would say off the bat, if you have oilier skin, I think you would really like this. My skin is still normal-ish but dry. I have dry patches more than anything else. And this really is not the best for that. This really sticks to my dry patches. And I am I'm a dewy finish. Still am. Nothing like that has changed. My main thing with this is the product keeps coming out. So this keeps snapping off. And for, you know, an expensive product, like, you know, it's almost 40 bucks. And I'm like, this has happened to me like 3 times now. And, you know, I don't look at the reviews before trying anything. But once I did afterwards, because I was like, is this, you know, maybe it's just me. I live in Arizona. It's hot, you know. But I looked and people were like, no, like, that's just something that's been happening with the complexion sticks. So I just wanted to mention, I do think that they need to up that. The other products I really enjoy and I would totally recommend. But this one, at least the packaging needs some work. Like the finish, everyone has different preferences and different skin types, so it's not really like, you know, I hope they expand in the future in terms of like making, you know, different types of products for different skin types. But everyone's different. Like I still prefer dewy, and then I know certain people prefer matte. But for the most part, when I'm wearing makeup now, I like quick products. I just am like, oh, one and done sounds amazing. But I would still, it's not also like, I don't want to build upon it because like I said, it does get stuck to my dry patches. So I just wanted to kind of like show you guys how it blends out. But I am going to add a little bit of a dewy finish foundation. But yeah, also I do my makeup in the car a lot of the times when I do it. So that when it pops off, you know, it's not rolling around in a particularly clean place. So like always, I'm still attached to my Pat McGrath, and I just like to go in, and I will use my fingers. But yeah, I was so scared of going back to YouTube because I was like, I don't need that pressure. I'm like, my nails are short again. They're never painted. I'm like, just a lot of things with YouTube. I'm just like, I am not in a headspace of like trying to be put together because I'm just not right now, you know, and I don't need anyone telling me I'm not put together. I know this. But I am happy though. So I don't really mind, you know. I like being a mom way more than I thought I would, for sure. Like, way more. So I'm like, this is not forever. I will get it together eventually. But right now, I'm like, it's okay. But I will start uploading. My goal is once a week at least. Please let me know what you guys want to see because, like I said, it's not just like I stopped like filming YouTube. I haven't watched YouTube. We're going to use Pat McGrath Concealer. Like I said, this can be an all-in-one product where you don't really need concealer. Because they added in the other one with the Merit Beauty, I'm like, I feel like I still need some type of brightening. So we are going to use it. I'm trying to think of some other. My life is so boring now. I don't have a lot going on. We still don't really, you know, not really like going out much. So let me see. other than political things that I'm like, I don't want to throw that on here, but I have thoughts, but I won't do that. Show-wise, we just finished Outer Range, which was odd, sci-fi-y. At first I was like, I'm not watching that because I don't like Westerns, but it really wasn't a Western. Like I said, it's kind of like a Wi-Fi, like a sci-fi type thing. But yeah, it was interesting, but I also was kind of like, what? We started Murders in the Building on Hulu just because I love that cast. Like, it makes me in a good mood. I'm very much all into like the Orville shows that make me happy, you know? Especially when I'm relaxed at night when she goes to bed. I'm just like, yes, I don't need anything too serious. But if you are on that side, I also really loved, what is it called? I'm like, it's not called Book of Mormon. Under the Banner of Heaven. That was a great show. And that's definitely a lot like more serious if you're more into that type thing. But if you have new show suggestions, leave it below. Still, don't recommend Handmaid's Tale. I can't do it. I just can't. Bronzer wise, we are gonna use this LYS Liss Beauty. I have the shade Tan, Courage. So, I have been using a lot more. It's so weird how things change. Like some years I'm like all about creams, and then some years I'm all about, you know, I'm like powder only. Bronzer is still one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to releases, I'm still just like, out of all the ones I've missed, I want the bronzers. Like I was like, oh, Fenty Beauty has the bronzer palette. And then I was like, okay, but you already have 3 of those shades. You really don't need this bronzer palette. And then I saw that Jaclyn Cosmetics came out with a bronzer like line, and I really want to try that. But I also really don't need more bronzers. I will probably do a haul video, and I'm like, I literally bought bronzers from the last Sephora VIB, and I haven't even opened them. So that should tell me something about the fact that I don't need more. Like I said, when I'm doing my makeup in the car, it's a lot easier with cream products than it is with powder ones, you know? So it's not so much that I'm like, I prefer them. It's just more, they're easier and faster. Most of the time. You know, some not so much. They don't blend and then they get patchy and they look awful and muddy. But for the most part. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have going on. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's not like I have a whole lot, you know? She's growing up. She's 8 months now, and I'm just like, time is going by very fast. So we are going to use this. I really like their blushes. So I have the color Terracotta. One thing I will say is, like, I used to be super like, I'm not going in with that. I really like these like nudish tones. These are always my favorite. If you've been on my channel for a while, like, I generally like Wild Honey. Like, Becca Wild Honey is my #1. So anything in that range, I'm still all about. And then I kind of just use my finger to blend it because I don't really need much else. But yeah, what have I missed in the makeup world? I feel like there's been so many new brands that have come out. I don't know. Like I said, it's been crazy. So let's do my lower lash line. I'm gonna grab that. Actually, let's blend it out first. So I'm gonna start with the New Yorker shade again. But yeah, answer in the comments. What's your #1 like used palette right now? Like, what have you gotten the most used out of? I can't believe I like passed up on like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona products. Like, I'm still just like a little bit like, who am I? Because you guys know, like, you know, those are my gals. So I'd love to know if they're any good and what you guys would recommend picking up. All right, and I'm gonna pick up that 1988, that really like dark brown shade, and go in and just stamp it in to the lower lash line. I don't think I'm gonna go in with a liner. I feel like everyone's traveling this summer, and I'm just like, we need to make plans. We need like an adult trip, you know, type thing. And I'm like, even just a night out where we're like, okay, we're ready to like drop her off for the night. Maybe. Everything I thought I was going to be as a parent is just different. Like I was like, I'm going to be so relaxed and laid back. I'm not. We're going to go in with this Anastasia shade. But yeah, the nice thing about this like liquid liner from Lisa Eldridge is it dries down really well. It doesn't get patchy or anything like that. But I will say, like, it's definitely a little bit more toned down than like some of the liquid eyeshadows I've tried. I also, gosh, I think it was like Artist Couture that came out with some a while ago that I thought looked really pretty, but I did not partake, like I said. Like, so if you have those, let me know. I've just missed chatting with you guys. Like I said, I mean, like, this is not my job or anything. I just enjoyed doing it. So now I'm just like, it's the same with my real friends in real life where I'm like, oh, we should catch up. Type thing. I'm just getting back into all of that. So if you're parents, let me know how you adjusted and how it went. But yes. All right, last few products. So I got this Merit Beauty. This is the shade Bounce. It's a highlight. Let me say, I used to never like stuff like this. Liquid highlights, not my thing. I like powder highlights. This past year or so, I mostly wear sunscreen and a highlight like this or like a liquid one. I do really love my Lisa Eldridge one. That is one product where I think is probably my favorite from her. And then I also have the Auric like one as well. But these are kind of my favorite because they're just easy. They're not super intense. And like I said, especially when I'm just wearing sunscreen, I don't want anything that intense. So it gives that nice shine, but it's really not like colored. So I'll even like swatch it on the back of my arm, but it gives a nice highlight. Like, I don't know if that's even picking up, but it's nothing crazy. And I like I said, I'll go to the gym and feel good because I'm just like, okay, I highlight a lip gloss and then I got my dewy sunscreen and I feel okay with that. But it doesn't lift up anything. And I would say out of the products, if I were gonna name them in order, definitely the lip oils. Then I still really love this shade of blush and then the highlight. But for the most part, I'm really happy with the products they sent. It was just the foundation stick, the correction stick. So I was like, not my favorite. So if you've tried it and it's worked for you, let me know. But we're gonna go in the shade Mirakesh because I want some color since everything else is very, very summer looking right now. Also, it's a lip oil, but it's not like super oily. You know what I mean? Like some of them, like I would say it's still a step up from like Dior's lip oils or Lawless's lip oils. Like it gives color. It's not so much just like a sheen. I would say it actually gives color. So I really, really recommend these and let me know if you tried it. For the Merit Beauty products, there is a discount code down below. Like I said, I know it's been a while, so definitely don't feel like you have to use anything, but they were kind enough to give me that for you guys. So yeah, you can click on the link and then order some products. But I highly recommend all colors of the lip oil over anything else. But yeah, I think this is, I'm like, did I forget something? I don't even know. But I think we're good. I'm like, I don't do bottom line mascara. It's just not, no, it gets caught in the upper lashes, the whole thing. All right, I got my hair down. It's definitely grown, which I'm very excited about because that's never happened in my life before. I wish I could have it down more, but, you know, she pulls it. So it's kind of like, I got the hair I always, like lengthwise, I'm like, it started to grow, and then it's mostly just in like a really messy bun all the time. So it's not great. A lot of dry shampoo, you know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. Like I said, I am going to be starting to upload once a week. That is my goal here. But I do feel a little bit lost now. I'm like, I'm old. And I don't know what I'm like, what to film anymore. So Please leave your suggestions down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.